We've got the new foam cannon that connects to a garden hose. No tricky connections, twice the shine in half the time. Makes it very easy just to apply without any pressure washer, just straight onto a garden hose. The new Soapy Cannon is the star of our new Soapy Cannon kit. It's available online or through any of our distributors now. This Soapy Cannon connects straight to a garden hose, no need for a pressure washer. Then you've got the 1 litre of Purple Power, 1 litre of RG Degreaser and Pro Shine, and then a 250ml of the final reflection. I pack a microfibre cloth to wipe the car down with after. So the simplicity of this Soapy Cannon is it connects straight to a garden hose, just with one simple click, and that's attached. So before we hit it with the Purple Power, we're just going to hit it with some RG Degreaser on the wheels and wheel arches and across the front if we've got bugs on the front of the car. This product's safe on 2-pack paint and basically any other surface, just not polished metal. So if you're using this product with a pressure washer, you just spray on and pressure wash off. If you're using it with the Soapy Cannon on the garden hose, you might need to give it a bit of a light scrub. Main thing is, don't let the product dry, just put it on and get it off without letting it dry. I'm just using a pressure washer here with a short gun on it to make it nice and easy. Just going to pressure wash that straight off again. It's only been on there for about 30 seconds, that's all it really needs. So firstly, Purple Power, 250ml into the foam cannon and fill it up with water. One foam cannon's worth will do 2 cars like this, or 1 prime mover with 1 foam cannon. So that's enough in here to do about 8 cars or 4 prime movers. So for the Soapy Cannon, we just want to firstly, we've mixed it up. You want to give it just a good old shake to mix the product up nicely in there. Make sure it's nice and consistent. Then the second thing you want to do is make sure that the dial is turned to the soapiest you can get it to get the best foam you can get. So that's set on 5, so it goes from 1 to 5, set it on 5 always and leave it like that. So this foam cannon's now going to attach directly to a hose. Just got a quick release here, so I've attached that like normal and then just click it on like that. You see I've already given the car a good hose off just to get rid of as much grit as possible before then applying the foam. I've dialed it up to 5 and now we're just going to put the foam on. So you can see the consistency of this is it's why we call it a Soapy Cannon. It's because it's like soapy water in a bath rather than foam cannon, like the foam cannon on a pressure washer. The pressure washer one will puts a lot more power into it and actually creates more of the foam. This one's more soapy water, which is great for when you're out on the road. You can connect it to a garden hose anywhere you like, have it in the cab of your truck and do it on the go. So once you've done that, you can give it a bit of a scrub, or otherwise just use this bit, which is just a great little nozzle that connects to the hose, and just hose it off. Okay, so a question we get asked a lot is what's the difference between a foam cannon that connects to a pressure washer versus a foam cannon, or a Soapy Cannon as we call it, that connects to a garden hose. So I'm going to just connect this one up and show you the difference between the two. So you can see for yourself. Not always possible to use a pressure washer, we get that, but this is just an example of why this one is preferred method if possible. So I'm just going to apply this one to one panel and disconnect that. Connect this one onto a garden hose. Now you can get more pressure or less pressure in a garden hose, I get that, but overall this is basically the effect you get. So you can see that was applied first with the foam cannon. It's still sitting on the surface really nicely and was applied first. This we've only just applied, but it's nearly all run off the window and nearly run off the panel, and it's only been like 30 seconds or something. So as a result, when that's sitting on the surface like that, it's going to do a lot of the washing for you. It's not doing anything for you once it's on the floor. Not quite as good as a good old pressure washer foam cannon. Not only are we doing less work with the foam cannon, but we're using significantly less product. So the next step is final reflection. We've let the vehicle partially dry, so you can still see there's a little bit of water on there, no problems at all. This stuff is great for anything from glass to your paintwork, and also great on polished metals, so like your tanks and bull bars and things like that on a truck. Comes up absolutely mint. So little is more with this, just to spray a tiny bit like that, that's it, and just rub it completely dry. You see that window is now perfectly clean with no smear marks at all. Same with each panel. As I said, you don't need much. So this is going to get rid of any last little bit of dust or residue on the car. We've got rid of the grit with the purple power. This is just getting rid of the last bit of dust and giving it a really nice waxy, shiny finish. That's going to really look after your paintwork. So the last step is good old tyre shine. Now this tyre is a little bit wet. I'd suggest using an old rag. I don't have one, but I've got a microfibre, so I'm just going to dry it down with that. And then just apply the tyre shine directly on this, just in nice sweeping motions. Give it a nice finish. Once finished with that, it is worthwhile once again using a rag or a microfibre cloth just to wipe any residue that's from the tyre shine that's gone onto the rim, and just wipe that off there. Pro Shine is known to be quite non-flick, so it really minimises how much flicks up the side of your car, and it'll just keep your tyre looking really nice like that for a number of weeks. So there you've got it, the Soapy Cannon kit. This represents great value for starting your washing journey with Omikron in one simple bucket kit, all ready to go, just connect it up to a garden hose.